Hello everyone, I'm Master Austin 11 and welcome to Doki Within. Or I guess welcome back to Doki Within, because for those who don't know, I did an old playthrough on this mod months ago, and if I double check real fast, I think that's going on like a year or longer. Actually, I think it's just been like 6 months or something. Either way, I did an old Doki Within series where I played through this mod for the first time, giving my blind reactions. And while I have played through that mod before, I wanted to give a bit of a refresher, as that old playthrough, let's just say my equipment was not as good as it is now, as back then I didn't have, and yeah, it was literally a year ago I had this series with Doki Within. So yeah, it's been a while, a long time since I've played through Doki Within. I mean, typically when I play through Doki mod, if it's for the channel or on my own, I don't play it again, but I want to play through this mod specifically because I love this mod, and two, with my better equipment, having like a proper webcam, having like the freaking mic arm, like better mic quality, just pretty much all the quality changes I've made over the past year or 2 years, I want, or I guess a year and a half, I want to remaster this playthrough, and that's exactly what this is, a remastered Doki Within. Now, just like any other Doki playthrough, any DDLC mod playthrough, whatever it might be, this will not be edited. I would edit it normally, but I mean, these games, it's literally like reading a novel. Like, there's so many key story points, I would be scared to edit any of it out, honestly. Either way, enough of me yapping. I guess let's go ahead and start a new game, and yeah, there's no game for us to load. Of course, this is a brand new save file. Of course, I'm gonna use my name, Austin, and I guess let's just get straight into Doki Within Remastered, my remastered playthrough of the game, and Act 1 Something About Us. This is the first act of the game, so I'm very excited for this. Again, this is Doki Within. I'm remastering this playthrough. I already played it just as, I mean, I already gave you guys a heads up, I already said it, but I played this game before. Full disclosure, this will not be fully blind. I will know some parts of this mod. I'll treat it like a blind playthrough. I'll treat it like a blind series. I'll try and be open-minded and just, you know, give a blind reaction to things. But yeah, I've already played this mod before, so I'm just remastering it for a better quality. So yeah, I mean, Doki World of Dreams, that series already has good quality and everything, so I'm not gonna bother with that, not at all. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the only other mod I've played besides World of Dreams was Within. I'm pretty sure I've not played through any other Doki mods besides this one. I'm pretty damn sure. Actually, if I check, I have played through other mods, but that was more recently. And of course, in these types of videos, I always get so damn sidetracked. In these types of videos, I get sidetracked like hell. So, I mean, I played the original DDLC, I played the original game. I'll be remastering that series as well. The original Doki, I'll be remastering that as well with the better quality and everything. So, that'll be remastered as well. And of course, DLC Within, and yeah, I've only played Doki Within and World of Dreams, and now I'm doing a remaster of it, so that's fun. Anyway, it's a regular Tuesday. Tuesday more like any other, nothing too exciting, but not entirely boring either. It's just a basic run-of-the-mill school run. As usual, I'm waiting for Sayori, my neighbor and childhood best friend. She's the kind of person you can imagine making friends with day one, but I guess it just works since we've known each other basically all our lives. Anyway, she's like the little sister I never had, despite her being a whole 2 months older than me. I look at the clock on my phone. Come on, Sayori, we'll be late at this rate. I grumble to myself. Eventually, the door of her house opens, and out emerges Sayori. She's getting her bag on, and all while keeping a half-eaten slice of toast firmly locked in her jaw. Sorry, I overslept again. Her voice is partially muffled by the toast. I just roll my eyes and give her a smirk. And I figured, hey. Sayori finally takes the toast out of her mouth and speaks, her voice still slightly muffled due to her chewing. That's me, Austin. I'm kidding. I chuckle. Since we were young, it's always been easy to tease Sayori from time to time. She knows I'm joking, but her reactions are way too fun to pass up. Anyway, you gammon? Well, yeah. We soon start to walk up to school. With every passing minute, the street starts getting flooded with students ranging from groups of friends, those on their own, and couples. With Sayori and I making small talk along the way up, she then brings up something that's clearly been on her mind for a bit. Say, you've not joined a club yet, have you? Not yet, no. I scratch the back of my neck as my voice trails off. Admittedly, I had not really been looking for any clubs. None of the ones I'd seen so far really piqued my interest, and the one club I'd been remotely interested in, the music club, had been closed the previous school year due to a lack of funding. I then look over at Sayori, who seems to be remembering something. Well, maybe you could check out my club. That reminds me, Sayori had recently told me that she was the vice president of the school's recently established literature club. Whilst literature had never really taken my fancy, I do remember my English grades being decent at best. That, and as a budding musician, it helps to break down song lyrics to find the meanings behind each track. It kinda counts as poetry. Right. I sigh. I mean, I don't really have much else to do, so I guess I can stop by. Yay! She lets out a cheery yawn and still half asleep, I guess. She then grumbles in a way that's still quite audible. Good advice Natsuki to make those cupcakes last night. I decided to play dumb even though I clearly heard her. What was that? Nothing. She chuckles as we now stand outside the school gates. Anyway, see you later. Sayori, wait. Before I can finish, she's already become one with the bustling masses. I don't even know where the club is now. Knowing Sayori, she'll realize that and let me know later though, so I can't complain too much. I take my timetable to remind me of my first period. Period 1, history. I don't even know if I'm going to try pronouncing that Japanese name. I don't even know if I want to try pronouncing that. I feel like I'm going to butcher it so bad. Mr. Serizawa? History, one of the few subjects I'm genuinely any good at. Time to get this day over with. Yeah, I'm very excited for this mod. It is a more romantic mod of a relationship between, well, us, the main character, and Monika. Yeah, it's basically a love story, and it's a kind of sad one, so gonna see how this goes. It's gonna be a very interesting playthrough. I'm interested to see how this goes. Of course, with my original series, I never did thumbnails for it. I literally just used a title screen. This time, we're doing thumbnails, baby. We're making proper thumbnails for the goddamn once. We're not doing the bullshit title screen thumbnail. It's gonna be a proper one. It's a proper series this time. Not that the other one wasn't proper, but you get what I mean. At least I think so. Anyway, the school day was about as ordinary as ever, and it's over as soon as it began. As I start packing my things, it hits me that I've not seen Sayori since this morning. She's gone to the club without me, hasn't she? By the time I get to the door, a familiar flash of peach-colored hair and a red bow catch my eye. Sayori runs up to and then holds her arms against the wall. Give me a second. She speaks between exaggerated breaths. You need to run here, you know. I chuckle with a smirk. But I forgot to tell you where the club is. My earlier guess was right, I suppose. Fair enough. I step into the corridor. Anyway, are we going? Yep. Sayori beams, seeming to fully recover from her breathlessness as we start to walk up. Well, that fast, 2 seconds and she's not out of breath. Wow, what do you know? We soon find our way up to a section of the school that I rarely visit, besides for music class. Soon enough, though, we find our way to the club room. I have a peep through the window and can spot a purple-haired girl with a gentle yet intense expression that's focused on the book on her desk. I can also hear some partially muffled voices, hinting at more members inside. Sayori swings the doors open and bolts into the room. Guys, new members here! But I haven't even figured out if I like the club yet! Oh, well. Already new member. Sayori, we didn't even tell you if we wanted to join the club and you're already assuming things. You see, this is Sayori's problem in every Doki Doki game. This is in every Doki Doki game, in every mod, whatever it might be. This is a serious issue. I timidly enter the room and wave as the club's other members look in my direction. The girl with the purple hair closes her book before getting up and walking towards me. I think I've seen her before in my science class. I could be wrong, though. I'm not known for my attention span in science after all. She speaks in a soft voice that matches her gentle expression. So you're the Sayori was talking about. She always says nice things about you. A much shorter girl with pink hair that's decorated with assorted red clips and ribbons comes up. Much like the other girl, I'm certain I've seen her in one of my classes. Just can't remember her name. Surely I'm not that bad with names, am I? Seriously, Sayori, you brought a boy? Way to kill the mood. The taller girl sighs. Natsuki. The other girl, apparently named Natsuki, relents and averts her gaze away from me. I'm also certain that is the same Natsuki that Sayori said made some cupcakes. Her smaller stature makes me think she may be a first-year student. She's not a first-year student, as is revealed in Doki Doki Literature Club, the original game. I'm pretty sure, actually no, in this mod, I'm pretty sure we even talked to Monika about whether or not it'd be Natsuki being a first-year student or not. I'm pretty sure I remember that specifically. See, I remember, it's been a while since I played this mod, so I'm gonna forget a lot of things. It's been a year. Even though it's only been a year, I'm gonna forget a lot of things. Some things might come back to memory, but a lot of this will be me remembering things again. Mitsuri then gets closer to me and whispers, just ignore her when she gets moody. She then bounces back as she steps towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Yuri's face goes a bit red. Don't just say things like that. I can imagine someone like her has a bit of a struggle keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. And of course, there's Austin. A voice then calls up from behind me, causing me to turn around to meet a face I've not seen that much since second year of high school. Monika! She's back! Yeah, Monika. Yeah, it's in this mod. Yeah, Monika is our old friend in this mod. Monika's our old friend, and I guess, she's the one who the romantic relationship is with, if that wasn't obvious enough. I mean, I literally said at the start of this video, I'm Monika in the FC, and this is Monika. How much more obvious can I make it? My face adopts a small grin, and it goes red, huh? Right. She doesn't look like she's changed too much. Then again, I've seen her around the school every so often, but we'd not had a class together since last school year. Back then, she was the most popular girl in the year, and I'm more than certain she still is. She's smart, beautiful, athletic. Oh my god, go on, bro. Jesus. Go on, flatter her. Get out of your system. She's also someone way out of the league of a guy like me. To be honest, I did develop a sort of schoolboy crush on her during the time we shared an English class, but I never worked up the courage to ask her out. We did work on group projects a fair bit, though. I gulp. I haven't seen you in ages. How have you been? She smiles sweetly at me, still infectious as always. I've been good, just busy as usual. That reminds me, Monika, without a doubt, was the hardest working person I knew. Her grades were always either near the top or fully on the top of the class in exams. How about you, Austin? I scratched the back of my neck nervously. You know me, same old. I chuckle just as nervously. Anyways, why don't you come sit down? She gestures over to an amalgamation of desks in the center of the room formed to create a makeshift table. I also noticed that Natsuki and Yuri have gone to the back of the club room, presumably to get some other things. With a nod to Monika, I then make my way to sit next to Sayori, still feeling kinda shy. Monika eventually joins us. Whilst having the occasional chat with Sayori, I do catch her making the occasional glance over at me. Eventually she starts talking to me once again. So, what would you consider the club? I mean, you can't just lie to her. Well, Sarah mentioned on the walk to school this morning, and I told her I'd check it out. I feel my face redden a little. No need to get embarrassed. Monika eases any nerves I admittedly may have had. Our promise will make you feel right at home, okay? Again, I find myself smiling at her. We then hear Natsuki's footsteps approaching. I turn to notice her holding a small plastic container. Must be the fabled cupcake Sarah was on about earlier. She then places the container on the table and rests her hands on the small lip on the edge of the lid. Okay, y'all ready? Her voice is loud with anticipation. After a collective nod, Natsuki practically rips the lid off, revealing a batch of white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. Ta-da! Natsuki says that with a big toothy grin, clearly proud of her work. Three of our eyes lighten up. They look amazing. I do feel kind of bad about eating them. The curse of good-looking food. So cute! I'm pretty sure I did that same thing in the original playthrough. So, yeah. Anyway, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, back to the video. Just had to text one of my parents about stuff. Anyway, Sayori's excitement overshadows everything else. We each take a cupcake and we start to eat. Honestly, this is as great as they look. The soft texture of the white cream perfectly accompanies the taste of the small bits of chocolate. I turn to Natsuki, swallowing before opening my mouth. You made these? She raises an eyebrow. Yeah? These taste great. Thanks for bringing them. I give her an earnest smile, causing her to fold her arms and blush a little. Yeah, I'm not even made them for you or anything. Yeah, bizarre logic. Yup, literally. Same exact lines as DDLC and World of Dreams, all that jazz. So it's no surprise. No surprise. Also, wait, I forgot to change the lights. Shoot. I forgot to literally change my background. See how it's red back there behind me? It's red back here behind me. I need to change the lights, fitting the theme of the video game. Damn it. Hold on. This should not be red. This is an atrocity. This is saddening. Not even... What color should it be, guys? What color should I do? Purple? What color should I do, guys? I know you guys can't even tell me because this isn't a live stream, but still. What color should it be? Maybe it should just be green for the whole thing? I don't even know, honestly. You know, green for the shelves, and then you know what? We're gonna do some motherfucking teal. How about just teal all the way around? Yeah, that looks good. I'll be honest, that looks good. That looks good. Alright, that's better. Not green and red. That's for Super Mario 64. Yeah, I had these lights on literally for Super Mario 64. Recording 2 videos in one day. So yeah, I've been recording like every day lately. Actually, I took a break from recording for like a few days, but I have so many videos up and ready to go up that I kind of needed that break. I'll be honest, I kind of needed that break. Anyway, the faint steam hinting at freshly made tea, always a pleasant smell. You give a whole tea set in here? Your smells as gently as ever. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. I smile back. Well, I'm not complaining. Besides, I wouldn't turn down tea. I'm glad. Your cheeks redden a bit as she sets the tray down and starts pouring a drink for each of us. She then takes a seat after handing us our respective cups. So Austin, what kind of things do you like to read? I was kinda afraid of this question. Like, yeah, I've read a fair bit in the past, but nowhere near as much as anybody else in this club has, let alone Yuri. Of course, I still gotta be honest. Wait, will they actually let me skip? Oh no, wait, shows off a bit. Oh wait, crap. Like, yep, manga song lyrics, yep, I knew it. I knew it. Excuse me, my bad. My bad, guys. We will pick up something to read during your time here. Maybe I will. I smell at Yuri again. I also noticed that Natsuki's head seemed to perk up a bit when I mentioned me reading manga. Maybe I'll be able to get recommendations from them both one day, who knows? As the conversations carry on between each of us, I learn a bit more about the girls' literary interests. Honestly, it's amazing that they all seem quite close despite their varied tastes. It soon gets suggested that Natsuki's been writing poems recently, seemingly on the cute side. I'm kinda curious to learn more about that. I turn to her. You write your own poems, Natsuki? I guess. Why do you care? I find them impressive. Would you mind sharing them at some point? No. She retreats into her chair a bit. You wouldn't like them. Not a confident writer, I presume? Saying the obvious as usual. I feel the same as Natsuki. Your suddenly pipes up still as gentle as ever. Training the level of writing requires more than just confidence. You must be willing to show your readers your vulnerable side, even showing them the deepest reaches of your heart. That's quite poetic if I do say so myself. Monika joins the conversation again. Do you have any experience too, Yuri? I mean, Natsuki would feel comfortable if you shared some of your work. Yuri goes to say something but falls silent shortly after a bit of stammering. I empathize with her in a way. Like, I'm not usually the best at sharing my more emotional sides so freely, especially with people I've really just met. I glance back at Monika. I guess the same for Yuri too. Aww. She seems slightly downcast. I went through everyone's poems. There's a moment of silence. Filming out of nowhere, Monika's vibrant green eyes sparkle with optimism. Okay, everyone, I've got an idea. Our collective gaze fixates onto Monika. How about we all go home and write a poem of our own and then share them tomorrow? That way we'll all be even. There's a bit of hesitation from Natsuki and Yuri. Kind of expected that to be the case, though. I go to speak. I'd definitely be. Yeah, let's do it. I'm suddenly cut off by Story's burst of energy. How the hell do I keep up with her? It does seem to put a smile on Monika's face, though. She turns to me. I thought if you got a new member now, it should help strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Austin? Well, I hadn't been actively considering joining any clubs full time, but I can't add this club is quite a relaxed atmosphere. Be it because the girls themselves, or simply because it's a smaller club, I still haven't quite worked that one out yet. Besides, if writing poems is what it takes to reconnect with Monika, then I'd say it's worth it. I click my thoughts. Yeah, I'd agree with that. But wait, you're joining? Her response seems to take Story by surprise. I nudge her. Come on, you think I wouldn't join? Besides, it's kinda cozy. The feeling of happiness about my decision seems to be mutual throughout the group. Hell, even Natsuki seems glad. If you just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Sounds like something I could see myself saying. Well, that makes it official. Whilst Monika's voice is addressing the four of us, her eyes remain focused on me. Welcome to the Literature Club. Hey. It was a lot less nerve-wracking than I thought it'd be. Everyone seems really nice too, which makes the atmosphere that much better. I pull out my phone to make a note for tonight's assignment. Write a poem for tonight. Karen skips up to me as I slide my phone back into my pocket. You ready to go? Yeah, hang on. I sling my bag over my shoulder. Before we leave, I wave and say goodbye to the rest of the club. Whilst Natsuki and Yuri shyly wave back at me, Monika waves back in a way that's almost she's saying goodbye to an old friend. See you tomorrow. We ready then begin our journey home. Wow, and little do we know, this relationship with Monika is gonna get interesting. It's gonna get a little romantic as time goes on. I mean, in future episodes, it's gonna happen. We're gonna get more romantic with Monika. It's gonna happen in future episodes. I mean, I'm pretty sure in the original playthrough I did, it was like episode. I actually don't know now. Like, genuinely, I actually don't know now what episode it was that like we kind of confessed our feelings. So yeah. All throughout the walk home, my mind is already racing about what I could write tonight. However, there's only one person, in fact, that my mind keeps coming back to. That being Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. That's not good. I'm kidding. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but the just Monika phrase, we know that phrase all too well from, the original Doki Doki Literature Club and World of Dreams. Yeah. I mean, I think it's like in any Doki Doki mod, I want to say. Oh, yeah. It was literally episode 3 in the original series that we confessed to Monika. That was like about 2 hours, nearly, pretty much 2.5 hours in. So 2.5 hours in, and they confessed their feelings. And yeah, okay. Yeah, that was pretty much that. Anywho, I could be figuring out as to why she was floating around in my brain. Maybe because my still present crush on her, I can't say for sure. All I do know is that she leaves me with this rather pleasant feeling in my chest, almost reminding me of when I first laid eyes on her. I stopped momentarily and placed my hand on my chest. My heart won't stop pounding. Earth to Austin? Sir's voice breaks my thoughts. Yeah? I turn to face her, my face feeling slightly red. You okay? My head still on my chest, I feel my heartbeat starting to steady. It's nothing, Sayuri. I can't tell her why I'm feeling this way. Well, at least why I think I do anyways. Just how would she even react? Just got stuff on my mind is all. The look that Sayuri gives me is one that says, I can see right through you. But she doesn't say anything to confirm that suspicion. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. I bid her goodbye as we go our separate ways. As usual, I try the door to see if Mom's back from work. I get my key in my pocket and let myself in. I take it she wasn't home. I know Mom has been working 2 jobs since my dad died, but honestly it gets lonely sometimes being here on my own. I fetch a small bag of crisps from the cupboard to keep my stomach satisfied till dinner. Making my way upstairs, I take a quick detour to my bedroom, which I can describe as a nerd's paradise, to drop my bag and get out my uniform. I mean, this is kind of a nerd's paradise. This is literally kind of a nerd's paradise. I mean, this closet is literally my setup. Clearly, this closet is my setup. I transitioned from my desk to my closet. I mean, this is kind of a nerd's paradise. I have a Zelda poster here, which you cannot see. I wish you could see it, but you can't see the Zelda poster in the camera angle, unfortunately. I wish you guys could, but... I mean, I could technically... put it up, like, right there. I mean, you still can't see it. You still can't see it. So there's, like, no point in having it there. You literally still cannot see it, which is kind of hilarious. I can't lie. That's kind of funny. But, yeah, it's a little... I mean, I can even show it to you guys. It's a Zelda thing that my brother gave me a while ago. Just this cool little Zelda thing here. That's all it is. Yeah, it's cool. And, I mean, I got stuff here that you guys can't see on camera. I mean, really the things you guys can see on camera is basically the pillow here. Literally the pillow right here, and then my shelves back here with like my amiibo and stuff. This is the main backdrop I like showing to you guys. This is the backdrop I like showing to you guys, like my amiibo and everything. Like pretty much these two shelves. These 2 shelves is what I like showing on camera, because that's the main stuff. That's the gaming stuff. I do have other gaming stuff in here, but yeah, I don't have too big a collection. My closet's definitely kind of a nerdy room, but I mean, not really. Not a lot, not too much. Anyway, let's go and continue on with the mod, shall we? Let's continue on with the mod. Can really focus at home like that now, can I? After that and more snacking, I make my way to what used to be the guest room. Okay. We don't really have long-term guests anymore, so Mom decided to give me the room to myself to have somewhere to focus on my music. I still got tired of this room at some point. I sit near my office chair, internally debating with myself whether to work on music or the poem. Thinking about it, it'd probably be best to sort out the poem. Gotta make an at least decent first impression with my writing. I get up and return to my room. After sitting at my desk, I get a pen and a single piece of paper and start jotting down what's on my mind. I remember that being a technique taught to us during the first year English classes. Back then, I expected us to be using it outside of class. After about 5 minutes, I'm finished. Amidst the standard emotional stuff, there's the remnants of when I may have gone too far into my art. I must have written down and then scribbled out Monika's name at least 4 or 6 times. Even now, the thought of her makes my heart race. Maybe that schoolboy crush of mine never died? Damn, we're thinking about Monika a lot. Interesting. Grabbing a second sheet of paper, I feel a new sense of determination as I start letting my heart guide the movements of my pen. That in itself was oddly poetic of me. Is that a good sign? There's really only one way to find out. And I guess we write our poem. With the ring of the bell, another day of classes comes to an end. Since my last class was music, I quickly make my way to the club room. I feel like whenever I make a Doki Doki video on like a mod or anything, I always talk really fast. I always talk like way too quick. Like I noticed that I always talk way too quick in like any Doki Doki video. It's like it's a reading, so I guess I feel like I guess whenever I make these videos, I'm reading it as if I normally read, which is pretty quick. So I don't know. To my surprise, I'm the first one in. I at least thought that Monika would have been here first, given her being club president and all. Seizing the brief time alone I have, I take a seat at the nearest adjacent desk and take my laptop out of my bag to make some little tweaks to my latest class project. The project itself is nothing too out there. It's a simple piece driven mostly by a steady bass line, a piano, and a kick drum. It's akin to some of my earlier hyperactive productions, definitely more simplistic when it comes to sound design. I listen to it. I'll listen again. Maybe I should scrap this. Just then my head darts back as the door opens. It's Monika. I focus back on my laptop, praying she didn't notice me or my dilemma. However, then I hear her back softly hit against the door and a long, exhausted sigh. I glance back and her eyes meet mine. Hey, Austin. Hey, Monika. I give her a gentle smile. You good? She smiles back. Kinda. She sighs again. Just science class stressing me out. I can sympathize with her. There's only 2 science teachers for our year, those being Miss Nakama and Mr. Kurosawa. Whereas Nakama is more youthful and her lessons tend to be more down to earth from what Sayori has told me, Kurosawa has a bit of a rep for being a hard ass. Let me guess, Kurosawa giving you a hard time? She nods. I pull out a chair for her. I don't even have to say anything as she starts to come over to join me. Her eyes then focus on the screen of my laptop. What are you up to? She seems curious. My eyes first start to the screen, then back to her. I feel my cheeks redden a bit. It's nothing, just a class project, kind of thing is starting over. She focuses a little more on the screen before her eyes flicker back to meet mine. A smile forms across her face. Mind if I have a listen? Sure. I smile back as I then hit the spacebar to start the track. Again, part of me wants to restart it, but I can't help but notice that Monika seems to kinda enjoy it. Even her head is bobbing to the beat. Even Monika's head is bobbing to the beat. She's enjoying the song, man. This is why you don't scrap shit. This is why you have other people take a listen to see what they think before you scrap some. I mean, there have been plenty of videos where I start recording it and then I'm not in the mood, so I scrap it. I mean, there have been plenty of videos on both channels, Master Awesome and AwesomeGuy, that I have scrapped because I didn't like it, or I tried to force a recording it one day and I just couldn't get myself to record. So yeah, there have definitely been videos that I have scrapped. As soon as it began, the track comes to an end, and if on cue, the door opens and the rest of the club make their way into the room. Monika quickly turns to me, seemingly taken aback by the sudden entry of the rest of the club. I'll tell you what I thought in a bit. She smiles sweetly and I smile back. That damn irresistible smile of hers. She then gets up and starts to greet the rest of the club. I quickly close my laptop and slide it back into my bag. And then feel that I quickly leave my lungs as a pair of arms suddenly clamp around me. Hey, Austin. Sayori's voice rings into my ears. Hey, Sayori. I struggle to get my words out as I wriggle my way to freedom. Here then approaches me a warm yet timid smile on her face. Thus you didn't run away on us, Austin. I chuckle, returning the smile. You don't have to worry about me doing that. Besides, how could I run from a place as comfy as this? Natsuki interjects with a mix of her regular sass and a grin. Don't get too comfy though, you won't hear the end of it. I know. Honestly, it's kind of amusing when Natsuki tries to be assertive. Bless me. Bless me. God. The sneezes, man, the sneezes. Though I have the feeling that if I said that, my nose would probably be the first to know it. So let's try to giggle before speaking again. Don't worry, Austin always gives it his best when he's having fun. He even helps me with busy work without me asking. Oh gosh, then audibly counts everything I've helped with, right? Like cleaning her room, making her breakfast. Yep. I literally said it pretty much word for word. I literally called it, bro. I literally called it. Like I said, I remember some things about this mod, not everything, but I remember certain things about this mod. Bruh. Sayori. God. Sayori, you need to handle your own stuff. Like, honestly, Sayori, like, handle your own shit. Like, just come on, girl. Come on. How dependable. Your smiles gently at the pair of us. I might be a little adjusted if I'm honest. Oh. I am... Forgive me if I yawn or I'm tired in a couple videos, guys. Especially this video, I apologize if I'm a bit tired. I got 5 hours of sleep, and I've been awake since 8:30 in the morning. About 8:30 to 9, but yeah, rough times. Yeah, I struggled with sleeping last night to say the least. I might be a little jealous if I'm honest. I chuckle feeling my cheeks redden. To be fair, this isn't the first time someone might have gotten the wrong impression about Sayori and I's friendship. No, Yuri, it's not like that at all. I smile back at her. Her room gets a bit distracting when it's messy. I then turn to Sayori. Not to mention the little incident with the bacon last week. Sayori glitters jokingly and pouts. Can we not bring that up? I whisper to Yuri. Yeah, she almost started kitchen on fire. Yuri giggles gently. After that, everyone departs to what I assume are their usual activities. Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Sayori's having a cheery conversation with Monika in the corner, and Yuri's face is buried within quite a sizable novel. Her intense expression hints that she's been longing for this moment. Speaking of novels, I should probably pick up a book to read. After all, I did join a literature club. It's really the least I can do. I walk to the back of the room and start scanning the books located there. When I scan each title on the various spines, I'm wondering to myself, keeping my voice as quiet as possible as to not distract the girls. Exit music? No. Fallen Angel? No, wait. Aren't those literally names of Doki Doki mods? Are those literally names of Doki Doki mods? I keep going until my eyes meet on a peculiar looking spine. I go to pull the book off the shelf to check out the book more thoroughly. It isn't until I feel a hand tap my shoulder and I spin around, quite honestly taken aback. It's just Sayori. I keep my voice low. Jesus, Sayori, you startled me. Sayori giggles proudly before speaking. Monika wants to ask you something. She then proudly drags me by the arm to the front of the class where, as suggested, Monika is waiting for me. Any harder and she might have yanked my arm clean off. Monika closes her notebook and looks up at me, smiling once more. Hey, Austin. Hey, Monika. I find myself blushing. Oh, yup, Sayori knows. She knows. Dude, we like Monika. Monika likes us. Come on, just admit it already. Come on, just admit it already. Sayori gives me a sly glance that simply says, I knew it. But Monika doesn't seem to notice. Sayori says, you want me for something? Ah, yeah, I do actually. And Monika steps up from the desk and gets near me and says, Sayori, I was gonna get some supplies from the art department and was wondering if you'd maybe want to tag along. The way she says that sends butterflies down my stomach, but at the same time I can't help but think, wouldn't Sayori be better for that? But I'm still designing. She stops herself and then lowers her voice a bit as to not get the attention of Natsuki and Yuri. The posters. I decided not to press either of them on it just yet. In that case, I'd be glad. I smile at Monika, the look on Sayori's face from earlier remains. Maybe this can give us a bit more time to talk? Monika beams at me. I promise we won't be too long. Honestly, I'd love to spend as much time as I can with her. Monika then turns her attention to Sayori. You know about much in the club whilst we're gone, right? Well, I'm the vice president after all. Sayori teases playfully before plopping herself at the front desk. And with that, Monika lets Natsuki and Yuri know that the pair of us will be back in a bit before I make our way to the corridor. Once outside, I notice Monika looking back in the club with a not so subtle smile on her face. It's just so relaxing in there. I can't help but smile too. It is. I'm guessing it's part of the reason you started in the first place. Monika turns to me. Honestly, yeah, most of the other clubs were mostly just arguing over publicity, the budget, and the festival, not to mention the drama. She chuckles as she looks back internally. Like, in the second year, you must have been part of every major club there was. And if I remember right, weren't you in the debate club at the start of this year? When class as we start walking down the hall. Oh god, don't get me started on the debate club. Worst mistake of my life. Worst mistake of your life so far. As I get further, the conversation only grows. It's not too long till Monika's letting me know how most of the bigger clubs aren't all that they're cracked up to be. I eventually end up talking about the literature club once again. I'd rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Her enthusiasm is just about as contagious as her smile. In that case, I'm surprised more people haven't joined yet. It is true though. I mean, I know a literature club doesn't sound too exciting, but for me, it's only fair to judge a club by its members, and at least from what I can tell, everyone else in the club seems really nice and close with each other. Monika speaks again. Nothing makes events like the festival that more important. Hopefully we can all go to the club before we graduate. The thought pops into my head. So after that, would Natsuki become president or something? Monika giggles. No. Natsuki's in the same year as the rest of us. Oh, my bad. Oh, don't apologize, she gets that all the time. Yup, literally as I mentioned in this mod, Natsuki's mentioned with her age. We keep walking until we reach the door to the art department. It's a section of the school I've not visited since the first year. To be honest, I was never really any good at art in the traditional sense, being more creative with computers and music software. So I dropped out of it I dropped out of the what the fuck is this? What is this sentence? I'm having a stroke reading this. I'm having a stroke, bruh. I notice Monika peeking through the door, presumably checking if there's a club going on or something. We're clear. Monika calls me over as she opens the door and I quickly follow her inside. Monika's already made her way to the supplies closet and has started searching. I, on the other hand, just idly stand there whilst taking the occasional glance at her. Eventually, she breaks the silence. Hey, could you hold this a sec? She holds out a small pile of cardstock. I take it and she thanks me with the same sweet smile she's always had. Anyway, I'm glad we're doing this out of normal school hours. God only knows the kinds of rumors that would spring up if anyone outside the club saw us alone in the classroom. Although admittedly, the thought I was making out in a barren... Wait, that I was making out in a barren classroom feels kinda... Austin? One curious tone snaps me out of my little daydream. You okay? Yeah, just spaced out a bit. I stand as I try to cover my back. Luckily, she seems to buy it. No worries. She giggles as she steps out of the closet and shuts the door behind her. It happens to the best of us. Can't imagine you doing it. I chuckle. Well, she traces the edge of a desk with her finger as if tracing back her thoughts. It's happened to me before. Hell, when Sayori first came to the club, she caught me napping on the front desk. Now that sounds more like Sayori than you, Monika. I decided to tease her a bit. Coffee only gets you so far, you know? Yeah, she's right about that. Honestly, outside of the club, Monika seems really genuine and down to earth. Part of me wonders if anyone else has this side of her. I mean, I'm guessing that everyone else in the club has, and her other friends have seen it. I think we're all done here, ready to head back? Yeah. I make sure I still got everything she's handed me. We start making our way back upstairs. I then just used an elevator just beyond me, but I'm not complaining about spending more time with Monika. Before we start to reach the club room, I decided to ask about the track we listened to before the club started. So, what'd you think about the track from earlier? I liked it. Her eyes meet mine. My only problem with it is that it's too short. We both laugh a bit about that. I find myself blushing again. It's nothing, really. Besides knowing you, you're probably better at music than I am. I did practice piano a bit, but I wasn't any good at it. I highly doubt that. We soon make our way back into the club room. Upon entering, not much has changed. You're still focused on her novel while Sayori and Natsuki are chatting near the windowsill. Sayori then notices us both and practically skips towards us. You get everything you needed? Both Monika and I nod. Yep, Austin wants a real help. I give a smirk. It's no problem, really. Natsuki then pipes up as Sayori collects everything and takes it to the front. What took you two so long? Were you making out? As much as I'd love that to have happened, I can't but be a little taken aback by how sincere she sounded. I glance at Monika and we both share a blush. But the more I look at her, the more I see a faint smile being delicately painted across her face. Maybe deep down she wanted that to have been a reality? Natsuki then focuses in on me. Honestly, I was not thought you'd be a pumping out kind of guy, but calling me impressed. She caps it off with an insanely cheeky smile. Pump and go kind of guy. What is she? Oh! My face goes an even deeper shade of red, one that my nerdy brain can only describe as almost cacodemon. My eyes widen as well. No, Natsuki. By the time I gather myself, Natsuki's already gotten closer to me and brings herself up to my ear. Well, as close as someone as short as her can get. It's obvious you've thought about it. I go to deny it, but though thankfully I don't need to, as Natsuki's already charted up safely back under the windowsill. He looks over at her and sighs. Please show some decency, Natsuki. I was only teasing. Natsuki's voice whines as yours shakes her head. Can't deny that it was at least kinda funny. I don't have much time to settle down before Monika announces to the club. Okay, everyone, it's time to share poems. With that, Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly get their poems out of their bags, as do I. Sayori pulls her out of her pocket, typical Sayori. Monika then walks over to me. You wrote a poem last night? I did, yeah. I grumble. It was kind of the first thing I did when I got back. It's probably not any good. Monika then pats my shoulder. Don't worry, I'm not really good at this either. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be good. Well, it's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? A faint blush then overcomes her cheeks. Besides, I'm just looking forward to see how you express yourself. The way she smells at me, combined with how she said that last part, sends a rather pleasant feeling down my stomach. I can't describe it too well, but it feels really sweet. You too, Monika. She then strides off back to the front desk to get her notebook. Still feeling a tinge awkward about the whole scenario I've thrown myself into, I go share my poem with Sayori. After all, she knows better than anybody in this club does. With that in mind, I go over and sit in front of her. Yeah, I'm excited to see how the parts go with, you know, us and Monika getting into a relationship. Interested to see when that comes up in this playthrough. I mean, I know it's 2.5 hours in, but I'm just wondering when we'll get to that part. Sayori smiles cheerily. Oh hey, Austin, you ready to share your poem? I guess. Once again, I find myself mumbling. God, this is embarrassing. I lower my head to the desk, only for Sayori to do the same, lowering her voice as well. About the poem where Natsuki said about you and Monika. About the poems! I respond quickly, keeping my voice low enough to not catch anyone else's attention. Afterwards, I place my head on the desk, only for Sayori to pat the back of my noggin. I believe you, don't worry. I look over and I smirk, sliding my poem over to her. She flashes me a quick smile before starting to read my poem. In time, she finishes reading, looking quite proud. This is a really good poem. It's got some nice feelings in it. Really? Does it now? Sorry, guys. Another text. I chuckle with another smirk. You're just saying that. No, I'm not. I mean it. She sounds sincere. Thanks, Sayori. Surely I'm not as good as she's making out. I can't deny that it feels nice, though. Anyway, can I read your poem? Go for it. Sayori beams. I pick her poem off the table and begin to read it. The poem, titled Dear Sunshine, seems just like something you can imagine Sayori writing. The more melancholic connotations of the words aren't lost on me either. However, the last line makes me smile to myself. I want breakfast. I glance up at her. It's pretty good. What did you write this morning? Eh? She seemed genuinely confused. In response, I turned the paper in her direction so she can read it and point to the line, grasping the paper until they finally meet my finger. She blushes a little. I don't remember writing that. I give her a reassuring smile. Come on, it's okay. She smiled back as I continue. But that's if you think about it, it still works. She cocks her head a little to the side. The way I'm thinking about it is that the subject of the poem is probably just waking up like they would any other day. Maybe the whole I want breakfast thing could be seen as them getting out of bed. She's nodding as she's thinking it over. Yeah, it does make sense. Something a bit like Monika. Nah, you're just saying that. I'm chuckling nervously, a part of me hoping that Monika didn't hear what she said. Sayori simply shakes her head, her grin never leaving her face. Anyway, I'm gonna get shared with Natsuki now. In a bit. I look back at Sayori as she starts chatting with Natsuki. I look back to Monika and notice that she's just finishing up with Yuri. Monika seemed quite eager to see my poem earlier, so it only makes sense that I should share with her next. Poem in hand, I get up and walk over. I give her a short wave and smile. Hey. Alright, I think that'll be the thumbnail. Raises my mind, she smiles sweetly at me. Hey, Austin, you having a good time so far? I am, yeah. As you can see, right in front of Monika. I'm glad. I choose to ignore the fact that I have not really spent too much time inside the clubroom today, having spent the majority of my time here with her. But in all fairness, I'd be lying if I did say I was enjoying myself. Also, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any ideas of other activities we could do or what we could do better, don't be afraid to let me know. Don't worry, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'm afraid to let her know. Besides, what experience do I have at organizing clubs? I'm better off just trusting Monika's judgment on things. Anyway, I guess I've got to show you my poem. Timidly slide the sheet over to her. Yep, I've actually been looking forward to it. Everyone's poems are just mine. She picks up the sheet and begins to read it with an intent expression. Minutes pass, more than enough time for her to finish reading the poem. Mama keeps telling me she hates it, but she eventually places the paper down and looks quite astonished. Are you sure this is your first time reading poetry? Yeah. I feel a bead of sweat tickle down my forehead. Is it that bad? No. My tone shifts to a more apologetic one. I didn't mean it like that. Her cheeks redden a bit. I just meant that it was pretty good. Seriously, that's one thing, but Monika, though? Nah, you can't be serious. No, I am. She smiles sweetly at me, causing me to smile back as well. Anyway, the language kind of reminds me of my own poems. It does? I'm surprised at that comment. My writing's never been that great, even with my improving over the years. There's no way in hell that I could seriously compare to her work, though, right? She nods, sliding her notebook over to me, signaling me to read it. I focus in on the page. Her poem seems to tell a story of a person doing all they can to preserve the way that people think about them, no matter the strain on their mind. It's quite solemn, yet hopeful at the same time. By the end, there's the suggestion that one day they won't need to keep appearances up. I read it through a second time before looking back up at Monika, completely taken aback. I knew she'd be good at this, but this is something else. That was really great. Is that all you can say, Austin? Monika smirks. Glad you liked it. As I hand her book back, a thought crosses my mind. Kinda curious though, what was on your mind when you wrote this? Monika stops silently, mulling over what to say next. She takes a deep breath. I think that over the years I've noticed that some people have a habit of keeping up appearances just because people see them a certain way. That's a little deeper than I expected. It does also remind me of certain people I've seen, mostly high schoolers. Go on. Like, I wouldn't say I'm the best at reading people, but I at least think people like that may hate being held to such high standards. She goes on sounding like an expert. Then again, she's been around so many people over the years I've known her, so that very well may be the case. I take a sigh as I collect my thoughts. Honestly, that's partially what I thought it was about. Monika gives me a knowing smile. Maybe we're more alike than you thought. I seriously doubt that, all because we thought the same once can't be much, right? Unless she remembers our discussions back in class back then. Girl's mind is far better than mine if that's the case. I decided to humor her. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. We share a short laugh between us. It's something that takes me back fondly. She was the only person that made last year's English class bearable to get through. I guess that's why I always gravitated towards her for group work. Either that, or it's because she was probably the one person in the class that put up with my sorry ass. Maybe it's a bit of both, I don't fucking know. But that's in the past, I need to focus on now. Monika's the first talk up after our short laugh. I was kinda worried you would take this seriously, but you surprised me. I feel my face redden a bit. Hey, it's nothing, I chose to be part of this club after all, and I'm glad you are. Thanks, Monika. My stomach shot takes center stage again. Damn nerves. Thanks for sharing. I get it from my seat to figure out who to share with next. Since Yuri and Natsuki still seem to be deep in discussion, whether about the poem or something else is anyone's guess. Share with Yuri, okay. Everyone shared with them. Don't even talk about Yuri, okay. I had a feeling today would be a bit more stressful than before because the poems I was partially right about that. Sure, Monika's so easy to deal with, but sharing with Natsuki and Yuri was a little more tense than I would have liked. No worries though, she'll be able to improve. Yuri seemed quite willing to help me with that, eager almost. As I'm sitting back, I can see Suri and Monika having a chat. I think they've just finished sharing. Or stare to each other, uh-oh. Dismissive fashion gets is fancy. Yuri smiles sadly in response. Ah, thanks. She then returns Natsuki's poem back to her. Yours is cute. Both responses are rather drab. Hell, they do seem to generalize each other's work a bit. Natsuki stands up, seeming quite irritated by Yuri's comment. Cute? It's good by the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. Yuri visibly panics since obviously she's not used to being put on the spot like this. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Oh yeah, well it didn't come out nice at all. Uh-oh. Oh jeez. Turn on preparation for what may happen next. Oh jeez. Russian. Okay. Excuse me. I've spent a long time refining my writing style, and unless I come across anything new that inspires me, I don't see it changing. Natsuki faces develops a look of clear irritance. He also liked my poem too. He even told me that he was impressed by it. To be honest, I was impressed by both their poems, so that's actually kind of true. The pair falls silent for a brief moment before Natsuki cracks a smug smile like she's cracked the Enigma code or something. I know you're so invested in trying to impress Austin, Yuri. What? Yuri's expression changes to one of flustered bewilderment. I look back at Suri and Monika, who just seem confused by Natsuki's sudden comment. I'm on the same page as them. I turn back to Natsuki and Yuri with a sigh. I guess it's up to me to put a stop to this before it escalates. Listen, girls. The pair look at me with expectant eyes. It's true that both your poems impressed me, I can't deny that, but is that any reason to take shots at each other? We give them a brief period of time to think about what I just said over before continuing. Like seriously, you both are able to convey the messages that you want to send and how many words you like. It doesn't matter which words you use, your message is still valid. More silence follows. I'm just wondering where the fuck this confidence came from. Rallying vigorously, Monika herself, especially looking fairly surprised. To her credit, she always knew me as the guy that was too nervous to speak up in class. I am terribly sorry for disrespecting your work, Natsuki. Natsuki looks like she still might have some fight left in her. Before she can throw out anything else, Monika steps in, and whilst the look on her face is stern, her voice is soft and calm. Natsuki, you already apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki simply looks away from the rest of the group, completely unsure what to say. Soon enough, though, she turns to face Yuri. Look, Yuri, I'm sorry too. As the print makeup, I go to Yuri and breathe a sigh of relief. I know you had that in you. Yuri, of course, seems quite impressed with me. Seriously, thanks for stepping in there. Monika then sighs and lowers her voice. I can't manage my own club members. Some present I am, huh? Hey, don't beat yourself up, okay? I think everyone's just a little on edge today. It's only after I finished talking that I realized I placed my hand on Monika's shoulder. I coolly retracted. Sorry. No, you're alright. It's only once she says that I spot a faint blush creep its way under Monika's cheeks. Ooh. Okay, it's time to wrap up for today. Okay. We were sharing poems. I think it went great. It went better than I thought it would. It went okay. Well, mostly. Natsuki flashes Yuri an awkward glance. Yuri doesn't seem to notice it though. Monika then turns her attention to me. How about you, Austin? I'd say it went pretty well. Monika smiles optimistically. And I guess how about we all do the same for tomorrow? The remaining four of us agree in unison. To be fair, I doubt I'd get better at this if we just dropped after one day. Besides, I'm not gonna turn down a way to express myself creatively. After some more conversation about today, we all start to pack up. It isn't too long until Sarah and I wave goodbye and depart from the club. And I guess that's that for day one of the club. Unlike most of our walks home, Sarah is fairly quiet for the most part of it. However, it's clear that it's not because something's bothering her, rather it seems like she's thinking hard about something. I swear the inner machinations of her mind could be one of life's greatest mysteries. To think that I once thought there wasn't more to her than unfiltered happiness. Oh, how naive I was. Hey Austin. So speaks after what feels like forever, although realistically it must have been only a couple months at most. What if I ask you something interesting? I don't even know if that's the right word to use. Yeah, sure. Yep, this is where she asks about... How do Monika feel? Yep, I knew it. She was gonna ask about this, I knew it. I just immediately when Sayori stopped us at this moment, I was like, okay, I remember this from when I originally played through this game on the channel. I remember this, and okay, my glasses actually look kind of funky in the camera when I wear them like that. Okay, now it looks more better. They're still funky with how I'm wearing them, but somehow it doesn't look funky on camera. Well, what? Out of whatever I was expecting her to ask, that certainly wasn't it. That's kind of surprising that she was so forward with it. Normally she just verbally danced around the actual question. Where on earth did that come from? I shouldn't say much, but she did kind of ask me about you this morning. Plus, it's pretty obvious you're into her, Austin. Surely not, right? I remained silent, pondering on how to respond. Just gotta play it cool, Austin. You are, aren't you? There's no way I can lie to her at this point, is there? Then again, why would I need to or want to do so? She's my best friend. If I can trust anyone with my secret, it'd definitely be her. I am, yeah. I've been for a while. That's the first time I've admitted my crush to anybody else. In a way, I'm thankful that the first person I tell is Sayori, but at the same time, I'm nervous as to what her reaction will be. Sayori hasn't yet said anything in response, opting instead to motion for me to continue talking. Wait, this music, this soundtrack, hold on. This soundtrack, so good. Dude, the soundtracks for this mod are so damn good! The soundtracks for this mod, I cannot. They're so good. They're so fucking good. I mean, this mod does include swearing, so I'm gonna swear. It should be obvious. I'm gonna swear in like these mod videos because I mean they're not entirely family friendly. Might as well let this all out. I gulp. I think it started when second year started. Even though we only had one class together, we got on really well. I remember how I was still quite nervous to talk to anyone but you for the longest time. This music slaps. Oh, this is the part. It's like a saxophone. I don't actually know what instrument it is, but it sounds like a saxophone. Dude, this part. Dude, this part is so fucking good. This music is so good. Turned out to listen intently as if to ensure she doesn't miss a word. Well, Monika started talking to me first, and I didn't feel like I had to hide myself. I could be myself around her, and she never once judged me for it. I fell silent. My brain's screaming at me to stop, but I don't care. I need to get this out. I can do this. Just being around her made class that bit more bearable. Like, I don't know if she chose to be around me or what. It just felt nice. But I knew I'd never have a shot in hell with her. Especially after Yuki, right? Yeah. Yup. Ah yes, Yuki Sakamoto, the girl who broke my heart and left the biggest dent in my confidence. She'd been there to go out with the weird kid, that being me. When I later found out she'd been cheating on me and confronted her about it, she just laughed. I still remember what she said. Why would anyone love you? Thankfully, she's been long gone for a while now. Still doesn't change what she did. Austin, I promise you, Monika's not like that at all. She's not, Austin. Oh, wait, what if... There's people out there that would love you. You trust me, right? Of course I do, Sayo. My voice trails off. Monika's really sweet, you have my word on that. And from what I can tell, she's really comfortable around you. Not to mention, quite easy to fluster. Yeah, Natsuki proved that to be true for both of us. I get the strange feeling that I'm never gonna live that down. Well, we told Sayori. After a bit more talking lengthy with Missouri, we eventually make it back to the familiar view of our street. Hey, we're going for dinner tonight. Friends get along quite well too. Media studies outside, and Han's getting nuclear on my ass. Wonder why I ever chose the class to begin with. Note to pass me, media studies may sound cool, but maybe with another teacher. I think there's always next time. True. Anyway, better not hold you up any longer. Have a good evening, Sayo. You too. Just before Sayori gets back inside, I turn around and call out to her. Hey, Sayori. About what I told you. Can we keep it between us? Of course we can. You should get safe with me. And with that, I return home. Well, we like Monika, so that's clear. And I guess that'll do. If I ever need to cover my twice safe from Sayori, today was it. Sure, I joke about her being an error sometimes, but she can be truly sincere when the situation calls for it. I can tell if she only knows the right things to say because we've known each other for so long, or if she's just naturally good with people. But thanks to her, it's like a massive weight's been lifted off my chest. Now just building up the confidence to ask baby steps, Austin. Baby steps. Well, at the kitchen, okay. It's not failed me once. Okay. Well, 2 hours later, I have no fucking idea what to write. And on that note, with our character not having any idea what to write, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. Actually, let's go through just a tad bit more, and then I'll end off the episode. Currently, the only line in this room. I was working on already. Fuck it. I could render and submit it on the online portal. At least it's done now. Whether it's good or not doesn't even bother me. It's just done. I go to the screen's digital clock, 7:02 p.m. Internally cursing myself, I try rush to get something down for tomorrow's poem, but nothing comes to my head. I'll spend my lunch break on the roof tomorrow. That way I should be able to get something down. It doesn't get changed for a bit, my phone goes off. Oh? Change the art Siri, even though she doesn't call it this late. Hello? Ryuji? Just 7 day with Kaho? According to Ryuji, he and Kaho had been together since mid-junior high. How they stayed together this long is truly mind-boggling. Jeez man, you two are gonna be married in no time. Bloody hope so. How about you? How have you been? Well, you know me, same old shit. I was able to get a massive weight off my chest though. You finally asked Siri out? No! Dude, she's like a sister to me. I feel my face redden profusely. I know, I'm only kidding. There's a moment of silence between us. That just isn't why you called me though, is it? Now, just wondering if you want to do some deathmatch real quick? I caught up by telling him my guy get some sleep, but with Honda's assignment done, I guess I can blow off some steam. Doom or Quake? Quake. Yeah. I remember these scenes all too well. All too well. Yep. Oh, next few hours. Yep. A ringtone. Oh. Sayori. Huh. What's up? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be in school. The way she sounds, it's clear she's unwell. Let me guess. Food poisoning? Mm-hmm. She's covered by her own coughs. That doesn't sound like I speak up. You should get some rest, Sayori. I know. Sayori yawns. Also promise you'll never eat at Pearl City. I don't want you getting ill too. Noted. Though I struggle how serious she sounded, I'll be subconsciously avoiding there. Never really heard any positive things about that place anyway. Once I force myself out of bed, I make my way to the bathroom to get a quick wash. We're stepping in. Business in the morning. Okay. I just show my playlist. Alright. Doing it alone sucks. That's fair. Music does make things better. Music does make things better. Well, I guess this is where I'll end off the episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed this one on Doki Doki Within Remastered. Very excited to get this series going. Remastered Doki Doki Within, replaying through this whole mod. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed this one, Doki Doki Within Remastered. Subscribe if you are new and you want to see more of this mod in the future on the channel. If you want to see more videos of this mod in the future from me, be sure to subscribe. Click on that bell. Turn on your post notifications by clicking on all so that you're notified whenever I post a video. So that you don't miss out on anything I post, no matter if it's Super Mario or Zelda, whatever it might be. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time on Doki Doki Within as we see what's up ahead and maybe develop our relationship with Monika a bit more next episode. See you all next time on Doki Doki Within Remastered. Peace out.